was a gnarly place, man. There was a hell of a lot of Indigenous crew on the street in the same scenario as those in Matarenka, paid Tuesday, waiting for royalty checks on a Friday. The presence on the street was intimidating.
Yeah, I heard that too, yeah.
Very intimidating.
It's a barred up place. Like, it was a big mining town.
Yeah,
They've got a racetrack there, you know.
Yeah, right.
We went there and it was just, everything was locked up with a heavy...
Yeah. It just, the vibe of the joint was strange. Alice Springs, you get there, it's a little bit of a mix. You know, I didn't really spend enough time in Alice to form a valid opinion, I don't think, because we were hunting, you know, like, what was it, Cummins Gorge and some other chasm, and I shot a lot of photos of rocks. Basically, is what it came down to while we were out there. But I think as a country we've got some solid social change and some fairly serious issues ahead of us, and by procrastinating about it, it's not going to do us any good. Basically, is what all that real talk comes down to. And I don't think still that you can trust even what we're seeing on SBS and NITV and the regular media channels. You really need to immerse yourself in it locally and come up with a battle plan yourself as to how you're going to change with the local Indigenous crew and show respect for the land that we live on, and you know, a culture that supersedes ours by 40,000 generations. Yeah. You know, I don't think we can fight those facts anymore. No. You know, and
Gavin Top, boxer.
Yep.
Right. He told me this story. Well, this great thing that in the Gympie area, there's an Aboriginal tribe that would, once you get to a certain age, the boys would be shown how to make an axe, like some sort of axe, and that axe was, we've helped you make this axe, but but you're making the axe. It takes a few weeks. It was one of these ceremonies, you know, a boys to men thing.
Yep.
At the end, that is for you. That is your everything that is going to protect you. Yep. You're going to hunt with it. You're going to feed from that. From this day forward, you're on your own, boy. You know, you're a man. And then when the English came along,
all that stuff was taken away.
Completely. Because you could just get a brand new axe, like something that was bought from a shop. And so on this very day, bang, all that. Why would you? You don't need to make an axe anymore. You don't need that ceremony.
Yeah.
So that's what led, particularly Australians, into never having that ceremony. We just get drunk.
Yeah.
You know, drinking beer and beating each other up. And
that's some sort of strange... you know, entry into adulthood that we seem to have in this country, where it's okay to, you know, build your wizard stick from the number of tinnies that you've drunk and, you know, punch on with the best of your mates at a party and wake up the next day and, geez, I'm alive and I must be an adult because I feel like this, you know.
Did you see Bazza? Yeah.
And I think glorifying that bogan element is... probably the downfall of a lot of things, you know. I don't know. Domestic violence is a fairly large problem as well, and you know, alcohol's related to that, but we still glorify it all day, every day. You know, I mean, here we are.
Cheers to you.
we are sitting here
just
having a chat over some Jack Daniels, but it just keeps coming back to that one thing that I think we're in a period of social change and we need to do it as one rather than as a black fella or a white fella or an Asian fella or a Samoan fella or a Kiwi fella. We need to form community and like you say, local tribe and, you know, really kind of rethink about how the whole society works. And, it is a heavy issue and we tend to talk about it when I come, but... that's only because I feel so deeply about those issues. So, you know, aside from all the, you know, airy-fairiness of websites and photos and video work and travelling with rock stars and all that bullshit that I do to make a living, I genuinely think that, you know, we need to kind of step up our act a bit. So,
All right. Well, here's to that.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't,
see, the
I don't
thing
know
is-
if I really want to end there, though, you know?
No, me
because
either,
there
mate.
is so much more to it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
the-
I'm
the-
happy that we discuss it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, and like Gavin Top said, and I've said it on here a few times, the feeling of, man, it's all right to have a drink, but tomorrow, because you try, everyone wants to change their mind.
Yeah.
We're human beings, for some reason, we want to warp ourselves at the end of the day. We do, because we work so hard. But the thing is, and I always bugger it up, is there's three things. The maiden to rescue, a battle to fight,
Yep.
and a territory to
Defend.
yeah. So
Yeah.
get those three things in place, and you feel like a man. You feel
Yep.
like job's done. So if you've got this Aboriginal bloke out there that's got no job,
Yeah.
and no reason to, because you can get a check and you go buy something,
Yeah.
instantly you're lost as
Yeah.
a bloke. So you take that
Yeah.
axe ceremony away.
And
Why would you go and hunt something when you can just go and...
There's groups like the one that I work out with at Moree called the Galmay Brothers. And their whole thing is reintroducing ceremony and culture to the young blackfellas that have lost their way like that, that don't have the tradition and culture and ceremony. They bring them back together as a group, and it's a dry thing, there's no yandi there, there's no drink. They go to men's business sites, they teach culture, they talk current issues, they try and solve community issues out there as well, if there's a problem between that bloke and that bloke, and someone knows that guy's been stealing from that bloke, and it's almost like an open forum sort of deal to deal with some issues and stuff as well. And I think we've got our own version of that in the men's shed movement. The older blokes are kind of working out that, it is okay to sit down and talk real talk and issues in the world. And I mean, you and I get together and talk on a podcast and tend to mull over the issues of the world as well, So, for us, maybe our generation, it is a podcasty thing maybe, but yeah, it's the change that needs to happen, I think, man. And, going out and getting into fights and, just that whole ochre behaviour, I think, is probably a days gone past, and it's not the society for it anymore. You want to show how tough you are? Go and get in the ring, Do it properly.
Yeah.
Show me how tough you are by going and bashing some bloke that's professional and wants to fight you.
Yeah. Which is why I think the internet's is changing things. There's enough.
Yeah.
There's enough internet stuff to see, just stop sloppy drunk fighting. No one wins.
No one wins.
No one wins.
And the chance that on that off note that you might strike someone and knock him out, and then they hit their head
and
possibly kill the dude.
Yeah.
It just can't be right, mate.
Yeah.
Actually, and I don't know if that's a couple of old fellas talking.
No, I think it's
because we've
perfect.
seen it, but it is serious now that you don't know who's had what training. Yep. You don't know who you're fighting at the pub. You don't know what their mood was for the day.
Yeah. Well, see that, but
let's get back to just having a good time rather than flexing our chest and punching on. That's just
I was really rattled. I still think about it now. At the gig, we were at the Tugun Surf Club.
Yeah.
A lot of people there. Everyone's having a good time. It's Sunday afternoon, public holiday on Monday. Everyone's having a blast.
Would have been a good Sunday session, I'm guessing.
It's great get right?
Yep.
Get up to the bar, and some bloke is behind me, but he's in another line. I went, "Hey mate, you're next." And he goes, "Nah, you'd know if I was, mate." And I kind of went, "Oh yeah," but I didn't know what that meant. I didn't register what the hell he was talking about because I was in front of my line. But I'd make sure I never jump in. Right?
Yeah.
I'm a Libran. Everything's got to be fair. I said it again, mate. I didn't get in front of you because someone was talking to me at the same time.
Yep.
He goes, "No, mate, you'd know if I was." And then someone else wasn't talking. I said, "What's with the aggression, mate? Like what?" And I actually spoke to him. Turns out he's a sound guy. We're in the same sort of thing. I asked him so many questions to diffuse him because he was just stuck in this thing. But then at the end of the gig, I went straight over and shook his hand. "See you, Brad. See you, mate. Yeah, take it easy. Yeah." But I could tell it's still on his mind. He's just like, I territorial bloke crap.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Who knows
Chicken
what's going on in
Surfy's
his own
known
life?
for it.
I don't know. We don't know what's going on in his life. But it's burning me up inside, Lee. Like, I want to find him. I know where he works. But not to beat him up.
Stalked on him.
Yeah, just got to go, come on, man.
Go around for a couple of sandwiches.
Just like,
Have you tried my mum's slice?
does your mum make a good slice? What's the slice
Talk,
in your world?
talk
Yeah?
about it. She's actually just dropped some off yesterday.
Yeah?
Well, it's like this coconutty muesli sort of jam-filled slice thing that she does for the old boy. And
Awesome.
9 times out of 10, you don't get any because he kind of fucking hoards it away.
Typical.
And she made a side pot, you know. And she's like, this one's going to work, you know. Drops it at the breakfast table this morning, like, that's coming to work with us, you know. It's
Where are you living now?
at the oldies again.
Yeah.
Yeah, downtown Rocher de Leigh, as a lot of it.
Really, yeah. I went to Underwood Park last week. We've been skateboarding a lot.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Went to...
Your missus seems to be...
she's going all right.
Perhaps caught the skateboarding bug.
Mate, in my car, she got a brand new skateboard delivered today.
Yeah.
I'm going to... in the back of my car
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, a little Enjoy skateboard.
Right on.
But yeah, she's roped in. It's a good thing. Those skate parks now. Remember at Underwood Park back in the day, mate? It was just like a bowl
Yeah.
filled with broken beer bottles. There was
May or may not have had something to do with those beer bottles.
Now they're family parks. Did you know?
Well,
It's not that good. I remember talking to you the last time.
yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
great,
yeah.
but Tugun is such a better park, mate. And it's not as good as what I was hoping for.
Yeah, well, you know. It's
good.
Like, it's good to see the family element at the skate park. What can I say? It'll save skateboarding again another generation. So,
Yeah.
but you know, sadder turn of events in the world. Like I worked for Fallen Shoes for years,
Right.
and I've heard that's all just wrapped up. You know,
Really?
like yeah, it's gone by the wayside, unfortunately.
Were they owned by any parent companies?
It was just Jamie Thomas, who was at DC, split from DC, went to Fallen, had Zero and Mystery and Slave and a few other brands and stuff. But yeah, the shoe company.
What part of the world is he from?
California, I believe, somewhere there. I don't know. The USV, man, the other side of the pond. But
You think of how many brands are starting up today?
there's
in
still
California.
plenty. Well, in Australia, mate. You know, yeah, there's still a healthy contingent of people that believe we need new clothing labels and new skateboard companies, and you know, I think that's how those industries end up getting progression. You know, the units of the world pass by, and the mad hooies come and go, and you know, it's always because someone believes they're missing something from their favorite brand and they can improve it. And
You've been into Iron
I
and
think it's
Resin yet?
cool, man.
You've been in Iron and Resin yet?
No, I haven't been down there for a look. I see they've been pretty busy though. That's Maxi, is it?
Well, Max's Death Collective.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stocks his gear in there. But
Yeah,
Bruce,
and you know
Bruce
where
Johnson
Max
and
came
Luke.
from, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah. He was one of the original young fellas that I did an 8-week stint for Unit back in the Dairy Day. Max was one of the initial designers that jumped on board with Unit back in the day and kind of took them in a different direction. He, you know, always been a pretty onto it sort of a fella. So yeah, I kind of noticed that he was involved down that way, and you know, all those guys are, you know, ex-Crusties or ex-Nitro Circus sort of crew, and you know,
the reason I bring
the
it up-
videos are all very well placed and targeted. I think it would be
They are.
my comment on it.
Well,
But it
I
still looks like they're having good fun.
Well, to be honest, they are. Yeah, they're seasoned. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
But you got to go there because they've created a scene.
Yeah.
When was the last scene you were a part of? Say with
No, well,
Fallen.
it's
Fallen, you know, was like they probably were amongst a scene. Now it's all like washy. Like
Yeah.
who's running the scene right
So
now?
it's a part of the new movement, which, you know, you've got your Bolter Brew House, your Burley Brewery.
Yeah, real thing to be proud of.
It's a destination way of selling things, whether it's a t-shirt brand or whether it's a beer or whether it's a motorbike. You want to create that community of like-minded people so people feel like they belong to the tribe, as we were talking about before. And, I see those new brands